My name is Chunro Tian, matrix number 287109. In this video, I'm going to explain to you about the things under the topic International Regulation of Use of Force. The first one is prohibition of the use of force. A part of things specifically stated in this article and alluded in several other treaties, it is now widely recognized as a principle of customary international law. The second one is the principle of non-intervention, which stated that every state has the freedom to conduct its own affair without interference from others. The third one is exception to the prohibition on the use of force and other form of use of force, which is self-defense, humanitarian intervention, invitation and civil war, and protection of national and property approach. Now that we all have an idea of what this topic is, let's move on to the case study. For the case study, we have chosen the military and paramilitary activities in and against Nicaragua, which involve Nicaragua and the United States of America. Let's learn some facts of the case. On 9 April 1984, Nicaragua filed a suit against the United States of America for military and paramilitary activity in and against Nicaragua. The application claims that the United States of America is using military force against Nicaragua and intervening in Nicaragua's internal affairs in violations of Nicaragua's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence, as well as the most fundamental and universally accepted principle of international law.
Now, I bet all of you want to know what were the principle of judges regarding number 1 prohibition on the use of force. The court ruled that US breached its customary international obligation not to use force against another country when its involvement with the contrast resulted the threat or use of force. The US violated the customary international law prohibition on the use of force when it planted mines in Caribbean port-attacked Nicaraguan ports or installation and a naval base and aided the construction by both organizing or encouraging the organization of irregular forces and armed bands for incursion into the territory, all of which involve the threat of use of force. Number 2. The principle of non-intervention. The court ruled that the US violated responsibility not to engage in the effects of United States by training, arming, equipping, and financing contra troops or encouraging, supporting an existing military and paramilitary acts against Nicaragua. Last but not least, self-defense. The court heard that the US could not justify its military and paramilitary activities on the basis of collective self-defense. The court ruled that the necessity and the proportionality requirements which must be met when using force in defense were not fulfilled by the US. The requirements are: the state must have been the victim of armed attack, the state must proclaim itself a victim of an armed assault in the case of collective self-defense, the victim's state must request for assistance, and the state that is attacked does not have the same as Article 51 of the UN Charter to report an armed attack to the Security Council, but the court held that the absence of a report may be one of the factors indicating whether the state in question was itself convinced that it was acting in self-defense.
Next, let's look to provisional measure ordered by Nicaragua. On 10 May 1948, the Nicaragua has proposed for further provisional measure at the ICJ against US. Nicaragua believed that US violated the obligation under these two articles. Proof that Nicaragua government has found that US used $24 million to support military directly and indirectly. US also has instrument missionary army more than 10,000 men and result into that of 1,400 Nicaraguan people. So there's two requests provisional measure by Nicaragua included that US should stop supporting financing group in military activities and US desist from use of force in relationship with Nicaragua. So in conclusion, cases of Nicaragua versus United States shows that the international regulation of the use of force under Article 2(4) of the United Nations theatre. So we must keep in mind that any illegal intervention of armed attack without any possible explanation is a great violation to the international law. So that's all from us. Thank you.